guys, thank you for checking this video out today. We're going to be talking about silk pillowcases and really what that means for your beard. And we're going to pack this full of a bunch of different things. A little bit of history of silk, bringing in my middle school history teaching days where I used to talk about that and teach it to my students. We're going to talk about the difference of cotton, satin, and silk when it comes to your pillowcases. And really it's your skin, your head hair, and especially your beard. And I think that can be really beneficial to you guys. And then we will be specifically reviewing the Mulberry Park Silks. And we'll talk about the different silk pillowcase options that I have from them. And to begin, as always, complete transparency. This company did reach out to me. They did send me these products, but this is not a sponsored video. This is a review. They did not tell me what to say. They do not get to see this video before it's posted. I can say whatever I would like, and it's just my thoughts, my experiences, and my opinions, just sharing those with you guys. There's no commission on sales. There's none of that. Just simply sharing what I think about these and then wrapping in some useful information as well. So let's start from the beginning. Silk. Oh my gosh, I loved teaching about silk. Don't get me started on the Shang Dynasty and ancient China and the Silk Road trade. Silk was one of the most valuable commodities in the world, if not the most valuable. The Romans had to make it illegal because people were selling their entire family savings and going to wars over silk. Man, it was so unbelievably valuable, and still to this day, it has transferred and is again, a very valuable fabric. So let's start with our progression in my family. We used to have cotton pillowcases, and then we switched to satin, and then now we have silk. Cotton, if you can, I encourage you guys to get away from using cotton pillowcases. It is just not good for your hair and for your skin. First off, it's going to leach any oils and butters that you have in your beard. So if you have a nighttime routine that you really care about, you're putting in some beard butter, you put in some beard oil, whatever your situation is, that cotton is just gonna soak it out, right? Have you heard from your significant other complaints about products on your pillowcase? Well, it's probably because you have a cotton pillowcase. Moving to satin, moving to silk will greatly help that. Another problem is friction. Cotton is very rough and it's gonna cause a lot of friction, especially if you move. If you're a tosser and a turner when you sleep, just think of that cotton just rubbing on your beard and it's gonna cause damage. That's not a good thing. Now, you take a step up, which we used to have, and those were the satin pillowcases. Essentially, satin is a polyester fabric. Satin, I believe, refers to the way that the fabric is woven, but the satin pillowcases we had, and most of you likely have, are 100% polyester, meaning they are not natural. They are synthetic and they are made in a lab. Now, this is a really nice improvement over cotton. It is also less expensive than silk, and it's easier to wash than silk, but silk is better in almost every single way. Once you step up to those silk pillowcases, now we're talking about having a softer feel, a smoother feel. It is not going to absorb the oil or the butters. It's not going to cause any kind of friction. Your hair, your skin will thank you. And women have known this for generations. For a lot of men, this is news to us. We're like, our pillowcases matter. A lot of guys are gonna scoff at this video and say it's ridiculous and it's too far. That's okay. Think about how much of your life is spent on a pillowcase though, right? That's pretty powerful to think about. We talk about spending on things. I like to really put my investment on things that I use a lot. A cell phone, I'm gonna have all the time. Okay, that is worth spending a little bit more. A bed, you're in it a lot. Your pillowcases, your toothbrush, stuff that is constantly used, I think is a good perspective to think about. Silk is so good for your beard. So good, let alone that it has that kind of like comforting, cool feel when you hit the bed. Both sides are like the cold side of the pillow. I love it. Fantastic stuff, and it genuinely is good for your beard. Now, there's a couple of things that I learned with this silk process, and that is we have this thing called, and I have looked up videos on how to pronounce it. I believe it is pronounced Momme, and it is right here that you guys can see. And essentially, this is similar to the thread count that we find with like sheets that you guys are used to. And it's a little bit different. What it refers to is the density and the weight of the silk. The higher the number, the higher the density and weight. The higher the number, the higher the cost. So I have 3 different ones here, ranging from in the like $25 range from the 19 up into the $60-something range to the 30. Now for me, I think I actually prefer the middle, the 22. It just seems like the smoothest one for me. I don't know if that's a good indicator of what's better or what's not. I'm assuming it just comes down to personal preference, but they're all fantastic. Truly fantastic ones here, and they're just really, really well made. Reviewing this company, I am by no means a silk expert, but I can feel the upgrade. Let's forget about cotton. I can feel the upgrade from our Amazon satin pillowcases. I used to have one that was like a cover because Sam wasn't about it. She didn't want those. So I'd put the cover on at night. I'd take it off in the morning. And then, I don't know, 6 months ago, we made an Amazon purchase for some satin ones, and Sam was really happy with those. And funny story, the first thing that she was like, ooh, I don't know about these, is there's this little flap that you put the pillowcase in, or put the pillow in. That was my bad. I didn't have it in there, and Sam was like, I don't like that the pillow's sticking out. And then I realized, oh, there's this little flap in there and it closes it up. So that was complete user error on my end, but we got it all figured out. But they're fantastic. I literally have no concept of how this could be bad or how it could be lower. They include information on how to wash it. They include information about what these numbers mean and how you can look for things. Oh, I think I have it right here. The really cool thing was they have this pamphlet of how you can tell if your silk is real. And I'll talk a little bit about silk in a second here, but it has to do with the way it burns. It has to do with the ashes on it. I did not burn mine, but I am assuming that this is real as they claim. And silk is all natural. It comes from the silkworm. The Shang dynasty figured this out. They figured out the invention of the silk wheel, and they were able to make this very smooth, very amazing fabric. It's so nice, you guys. When I wake up, is my beard like this, perfectly manicured and ready to roll? Like, woke up like this? No, it's not. It doesn't look perfect in the morning, but it does look better. My beard does feel better, and I feel like the products have a longer lasting impact as compared to those other previous pillowcases out there. So they are wonderful. Are these a luxury item? Probably, right? It's not something that is a need. It's not something that you have to have. But when you think about even at the top of the range, $60 for something that you're gonna use every single night, maybe it is worth it to you guys. Maybe it's not. But I do wanna end with some questions for you. Have you had any experience with those 3 different tiers of pillowcases? Have you had any changes? Were you like, man, I really felt the difference. My wife really felt the difference. Or be honest as well and be like, I didn't really know. Maybe it was more comfortable, but I didn't notice the difference with my beard. I want to hear from you guys because I have a feeling we have a wide range of fabrics out there that you guys have. Maybe you have to ask your wife, or maybe you have to go look at the tag and see what it is. But let me know your thoughts on this. What about your questions? Do you have more questions about silk, about satin, about cotton, about your beard? What about this company in particular? I found that they have a YouTube channel that is very educational when it comes to silk. Their website's very good. I've been dealing with Erica, who has a bearded husband. She is part of their team and is on there with a live chat and is fantastic on social media. Truly pleasant to work with. Very educational, guys. Seems like just a wonderful company. I read a little bit about the owner. She was someone that was teaching about fabrics, teaching about the textile industry, and then let her entrepreneurial side take over. She traveled the world to find the best source of silk, the best kind of silk, and then settled on this and has made this company, and it looks like it's going really well. So congratulations to them. I fully recommend these. I have not found a single fault or worry with this company whatsoever. So if you're like, now's the time, give it a shot, guys. You know that I think your beard will really, really like it. So thank you guys for watching today. Let me know any questions. Let me know any comments, any thoughts down below. I appreciate you guys. Dan C. Bearded. Stay bearded and stay positive.